got there? A cardboard box?
Yeah, remember that trick?
That's the Snake I remember. Those poor fools won't know what hit them.
A cardboard box, huh? Just like Zanzibar.
It saved my skin more than a few times in outer heaven, too.
Getting the maximum use out of ordinary on-hand objects is the first principle of survival. It's especially important in covert operations.
I haven't forgotten what you taught me.
A cardboard box. A cardboard box usually consists of a thin pasteboard with a corrugated paper center. They are usually made of recycled paper. It was first invented in Europe over 100 years ago. It was originally used to absorb one's sweat when wearing hats. With the same amount of wood to make one wooden box, you can make 6 or 7 cardboard boxes. And since it's recyclable, it's highly economical. In addition, it's strong and easy to store. That's why it's widely used for packing. But to avoid damaging weapons and other delicate instruments when shipping them, they should be packed in stronger boxes like wood or something. Also, the crevices should be filled with styrofoam to prevent them from moving around. So, anyway, what's with the box?
Oh, nothing. No big deal.
You caught Snake? Be careful, Snake. You caught Snake? Be careful, Snake. You caught Snake? Come on, Snake. Don't call me for no reason. Talk to you later, Snake.
Snake, killing all those ravens isn't going to help anything, you know.
They're just birds. What makes you hate them so much?
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you, right, my friends? They're becoming excited. How dare you kill my friends? Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world that which is no longer needed.
What are you doing? Oh, why'd you do it? Snake!
What's wrong? Ocelot did it again. Sorry, boss.
Let's look at the title screen again since it's almost over. That's a cool title screen.
Oh, his eyes are blinking. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. It's animated, slightly.
Yeah.
A lot of save files for the torture part. Oh, we're at 7 hours and 13 minutes, and there's probably like an hour left, so...
It's faster than I thought.
Yeah.
So you could do all this in an afternoon.
Definitely on a weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, you started this now? Yeah, we've done like... Maybe a little past dinner time, but...
I mean, it takes longer your first playthrough because you die more and stuff.
Oh, that's also true, yeah. But yeah, it's probably don't have as many codec calls.
Yeah. Last key, let's stop this nuke!
Halcode number 3, confirmed. Halcode entry complete. Detonation code activated.
No, why?
Ready for launch.
I deactivated it.
Snake, now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning, just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
me, dear brother.
Liquid, how the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Oh, I love that twist so much. Let's call out a gun. Get it.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Is a rocket launcher an ordinary weapon?
Probably not.
Oh.
But I wonder if the game lets you use a stinger here. I might arbitrarily restrict you. But anyway, Liquid's Master Miller.
Oh.
I love how, one, it's extremely obvious he's not Miller, and two, Liquid, and then, like, when the scene's almost over, Campbell's all like, Snake, that's not Master Miller. It's like, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, right.
And Snake's all like, but who is it? It's like, Liquid's not even disguising his voice anymore, and he's still couldn't tell.
Oh, it's some shirtless guy.
He's ditched the trench coat. He's getting serious now.
Snake, what are you doing? Go after Liquid.
So, I couldn't remember, or I couldn't tell if you remembered that twist or not.
So, I remember that Miller was Liquid, but I could not remember why he was Liquid. And then he put in the code and it activated, and I was like, oh, that's why he's Liquid. Oh,
Yeah, I remember in SpongeBob, for some reason, I brought that up, and you remembered the Miller was Liquid part. But I couldn't tell if you forgot or not. But,
no, I remembered.
What a ballsy plan by Foxhound, like to make that nuclear threat without the ability to launch a nuke and just hope you can trick the guy into making it work for you.
Right. Well, and Liquid's over there throwing bodies at Snake, and not just like regular goons. I mean, like Sniper Wolf and Raven and Mantis.
I guess their plan was, if they kill Snake, they can search around in peace for a way to arm it or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm like, Snake easily could have died a ton. Went after him with a helicopter.
They just need the key, right? They just need the key in Baker's files, which
yeah, I guess
you would think you could get to.
So, if we could backtrack a bit.
Yeah.
The octopus stuff doesn't come completely out of the blue. After the DARPA chief dies and after you meet Meryl, there's a short scene where Mantis appears and you see a flashback. And in that flashback, it's in the torch room and Ocelot's talking about how he accidentally killed the chief.
Right.
It's just hard to tell what's going on. And when you first talk to the chief, he says Psycho Mantis scanned his mind for the codes, and that's how they have it, and they're ready to launch a nuke. But then when you talk to Baker, he's like, Mantis can't read me because all these important people have nanomachines in them to block the psycho stuff, whatever. And Snake's like, did the DARP chief have that? And he's like, yeah. And then Snake's like, but the chief told me they just read his codes, so that doesn't add up. And in the DARPA chief's conversation, his main thing is he tells Snake that they have the ability to launch, which is the most important part. But also, at one point, this is just a lot more minor, instead of calling them terrorists or acting like they're bad, he calls it a revolution or something. I don't remember exactly, but it's something it's a weird phrasing where I feel like he wouldn't call them that. I don't remember what it is exactly. But and then in the in the torch room itself, when Snake's kind of knocked out the first person view, Liquid and Ocelot are talking, and Liquid's like, I want no more accidents like that DARPA chief. And because Ocelot apparently accidentally killed him, which is what screwed him over in the first place. Which, come on, Ocelot, you have one job, is be the torture guy. You can't accidentally kill people with critical information.
No. Interesting.
It's very hard to notice your first playthrough, and you would not notice, but on repeat playthroughs, you can notice things, which is nice, and there's foreshadowing and hints to it. It all comes together. It makes sense. It doesn't come out of nowhere.
No, that's true. Well, because I'm over here I guess they kind of know what they're doing. I don't really remember if what they're saying is true or not. But it sounds like you've actually been paying attention the entire time. So
I've played this game 10 times. So.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, good stuff.
Do you think Miller's voice is different enough from Liquid's? If you didn't know, would you have been suspicious?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have been suspicious at all. No, because also there's a couple things. One, Miller and Liquid really don't look that same because he has the sunglasses. And it's not like the sunglasses are surprising. I mean, all the cool guys wear sunglasses, and Miller has that cool guy persona.
Yeah.
The voice is absolutely different. The first time, and then there's a whole Naomi thing, and Miller's like, Naomi's a spy, and then Naomi's like, yeah, I'm a spy. Yeah, so, no, I remember the first time I played through with you, I was like, what? Whoa. No, that can't be
the
right.
American accent works for Miller.
Yeah.
I mean, the voice actor for Liquid's American. He's doing a British accent, but
Is it the same? It's a different voice actor, right?
no, it's the same guy.
From Miller and Liquid? Is it really?
Yeah. Cam Clark. I'm going to actually talk about all the voice actors later, but Cam
Dang.
Clark's done a ton of stuff. He was Leonardo in like the 1980s Ninja Turtle series. It's one he's most famous for. But he's done a ton of stuff. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's the same guy. He's American, so he's putting on the British accent for Liquid.
Well, that's pretty slick, actually. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a different person. Or it was the same person, rather.
Oh yeah, and I just noticed this when Campbell says like his codec with Miller was cut off, and they just now noticed his transmissions coming from inside the base. I noticed when Miller's telling you about Naomi, he goes to Snake like turn your monitor off because he doesn't want Campbell to hear this, and you think that's probably just because like Naomi's a spy, he doesn't trust Campbell, but it might be to try to disguise that too, so Miller can't like so Campbell can't investigate him.
That's possible.
I just noticed that. Also, I still don't know how the codec works. Like, I guess they can see each other. I just don't know how or where.
Yeah, I have no idea how the codec works either. They said it's like connected to the inner ear bone or something, but
I get that part, kind of, not really, but I don't get how or if they can see them.
I don't know. Like, honestly, the monitors might just be for the player, honestly, to get some more emotion in there. And
No,
so
I get that. It's just it's implied Snake can see them, but I don't know if he actually can or how that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Liquid like rips off the sunglasses and stuff.
Yeah, but that again might just be for the player.
Yeah, it could be. All we got left is the end game. Pumped.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's all come together pretty nicely.